What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are in our Las Vegas Raiders franchise. It is a very exciting, important time, and that is the preseason for Season 3. Of course, we're facing against the Chicago Bears. We have a lot of new names, like a ton. Like at least 10, I believe. How many of those will be starters? How many of those will stay? I don't know. But of course, you can see 62 out of 75. We already cut a few players that weren't super talented. Also want to check free agency real quick to make sure that a couple of those players are gone. So Raheem Mostert is a very interesting player. Not sure why he's still there. I mean, it's intriguing. It's intriguing. I know there's some injury issues, but obviously we took the chance on J.J. Watt, and hopefully we're going to get something good out of him, because obviously he would be a massive help to this defense, which is just struggled to get pass rush going. He could also move back over to edge. He's not as fast as he used to be, but still fast enough to play edge if we really have struggles again. But this is what the roster is looking like, or kind of projected to look like going into this next season. Now, we did talk about Cooper potentially having a bigger role in the actual offense. Could make him star. I think we actually are going to make him star. He made the Pro Bowl. He was a great return man. When he came in as a receiver, when he wasn't even expected to, he freaking did well. Just had a bit of a seizure there. That was, that's great. That's just great news. Of course, Trubisky, 78 overall start. He's 29. He has that one-year deal. Not a guaranteed start because, of course, he had a really good regular season debut for us. Kind of started middle of the year in place of Dwayne McKenzie, and he actually did really well. But once it hit the postseason, I know he doesn't have a whole lot of postseason success or just experience in general. Not everyone does well in the postseason, right? Like, in general, statistically, you are going to be worse in the playoffs because that's when you're playing, the best players, the best talent. So, not going to fully blame him, but we got a guy in, the third round, Robby St. Louis. Yes, he is normal dev, but he is fast. He gives me Trubisky vibes, but faster, and of course, way younger. So, if you're thinking Trubisky's good, this guy is probably a better bet anyways, because he's obviously younger. He's even faster. That's some of the big part of where Trubisky succeeds is in the scrambling game, opening things up by extending the play. So we're going to keep a very close eye on the QB competition. Of course, McKenzie once upon a time did have the starting job, so don't completely count him out. We still do have Tyler Huntley on the roster, but of all the guys on the roster, he's the guy we can save the most money by releasing. So not saying Tyler Huntley will even be on the roster. 4 quarterbacks is quite a bit, so we'll see. Of course, the big name that we added was Mecole Hardman. Is he really ready to be a number 1 wide receiver? Obviously, we're going to find out, as the man is blazing fast. A little raw in some of the route running, but obviously he's going to be the guy we're going to look to go downfield with, hopefully. We have another couple of guys too. Brandon Fredericks, the 6'2 fast wide receiver. A lot of youth on this team. A lot of youth on the squad. Edwards, a guy that really hasn't developed for us. He's had a couple of okay seasons, but hasn't really developed super well. So potentially look for him to fall down the roster a little bit, as once again Cooper's there. And then Terrence Cobbs, a guy that we kind of drafted to potentially be the return man, but he's got some upside too. Very solid release for a youngster. He's got all the catching traits. I'm just saying, there is a lot of talent on this roster. They're a little raw, but there's a lot of potential, a lot of talent going around. Of course, Jacobs also with Superstar Dev. He has Bulldozer and Backlash, so should be even more fun to use him this season. And then for the defensive side of things, linebacker, we really should have done more, but we did land Jason Teague, very good linebacker. Very fast. He's pretty good for, coming right out of college here. Pretty good coverage, 67 zone, 60 man isn't bad. Great catching. Just wish that jumping was a little bit better. And then obviously you already know about J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt, he's 34, but he's still going strong. This kind of seems like maybe his last season of being truly elite, but hey, we'll take that every day of the week. Hoping for the best. Of course, he and Cleveland Farrell did change numbers. Cleveland, he's just that guy, right? Like, he doesn't care what number he wears. J.J. Watt, he asked him, and he said, you know what? Go for it, dude. Just go for it, which, it hurts my feelings a little bit, but at the same time, you know what? It's up to them. It's not my choice. Max Crosby and Gresham, kind of the projected starters, but we also have the superstar Will Robbins. He's spent a whole year learning from all the players on the team, and he's pretty good. So at the end of the day, this is what it looks like for now, but a lot is projected to change by week 1. So let's get into this matchup against the Bears and kind of see what we're headed on to, maybe field in week 1. Obviously, we do have some upgrades for Dwayne McKenzie. We're going to go with improvisers because, we want the speed. Let's just simply put, I want the speed. And he gets a medium. Was that a throw on the run? I don't even know. But improviser again. So he's now a 68 overall, which isn't terrible. Still pretty young. And yeah, he's 23. Some decent ratings, right? He's still pretty good. Here we are in that first preseason game. Of course, we're in Chicago for this one. I mean, obviously, there's still pressure on. There's still plenty of pressure. Not as much pressure for us because obviously we're just kind of playing. We're just kind of trying to use new things where some of these guys are playing for their careers, their starting jobs. There's at least, probably 5 to 10 jobs on this team that can be up for grabs. Even the running back spot. I mean, Kenyon Drake was pretty damn good whenever Jacobs wasn't out there, so you never know. Jacobs is a great player. Kenyon Drake, first 2 downs. Jacobs, the 3rd down running back. You never know. Quarterback, obviously, is up for grabs. Many wide receiver spots are up for grabs. O-line, we have the youngster Rhodes, probably the projected starter at right tackle, but for now, Leatherwood is there, so that job's kind of up for grabs. The edge spot, of course, between Gresham and Robbins. Linebackers, I think, are pretty much set, but you never know. We might make a trade for someone if we don't like what we see. Cornerback spot's pretty good. Safeties, number 1 strong safety, Leon Kirkpatrick, could steal the job from Abram. You never know. So there's a lot riding on some of these games here, and more importantly, we do want to see what we actually have, what kind of product we're going to go out there. Because once again, we have draft picks. We can make trades if we absolutely have to, if something's really dire. So we'll go out there, see what's up, and it looks like defense is going to be first, which obviously not really as intriguing. Of course, Daniel Carlson, the superstar, kicking this one deep. Justin Fields is an 82 overall, 94 throw power, 92 medium. He's very good. His awareness kind of sucks, but everything else, pretty good raw talent, it seems. JJ freaking Watt, dude. Oh, man. And look at JJ right out the gate, and it's going to be picked by Gladney. Oh, my. Yeah, I don't think JJ needs to play another snap. I thought that was going to be another sit-down outside. Really good 50-50. Merrick almost got there. Of course, take a look at our draft class. Of course, you probably know if you've watched, but a lot of players. A lot of players. Not a whole lot of high-round draft picks, but overall, it worked out in the end. We got a lot of really good talent. Extended our draft by a bit. You got to remember, we didn't have a second-round pick. A little bit of a late hip. Trayvon in very good coverage there. You literally could not ask for better. I will say, though, was against David Montgomery. Not really the greatest receiving threat, so, I'd hope so. Maybe would like him to be out more in front of him. Oh, we got beat on the press there to the outside. Not even close to a first down. Got to get that ball out sooner. Fields doesn't. It's going to be a punt. Speaking of seeing the field, Trubisky seen a lot of the field last year. Really clutch for us. I mean, I've got some loyalties to him, I'll be honest, but it's still going to come down to who plays the best. And who is that on the outside? Who is that? I have no idea who that is. Is that a rookie? Of course, Jacobs tries to find some room to the outside. The blockers not really doing him super well there. We also, of course, do have the new backup tight end, Alan Lazard, wide receiver convert. But as far as, anyone doing that, it's definitely him, the most successful, because he basically is a damn tight end out there. Nice truck on the run after the catch. Eddie Goldman injured for the Bears there. Doesn't seem to be serious, though. But yeah, that's pretty much what Alan Lazard's role is. So it's not like he's really playing too much of a different one for us. Pretty athletic for a tight end, I suppose. And once again, these stretch plays have just not been good. Edwards on the inside there. Yeah, Fredericks looks big for 6'1". How tall is he? And here goes Jacobs again. Looking okay in the receiving game so far. 5 yards gained. But I'm pretty sure Frederick's only 6'2". I know we have a lot of short guys out there, but man, he looks huge. Yeah, I think it is just Hardman making people look big, because look, even Jacobs looks masterfully sized. I don't even know what that means here. And speaking of Fredericks, a little badly thrown, but he gets the ball there, continues the drive. Of course, none of these numbers are set in stone. These are kind of just numbers they're wearing for now. Once preseason's over, things will be fully locked in, but I'd say a lot of the players will kind of just have those. And speaking of Lazard, there he goes, gains about 4, maybe 3 or 4. Have yet to be able to get the ball to Hardman, but of course that's what happens when you're the clear-cut number 1. You're super fast. And we're just going to dump it off to Jacobs again. So we got to do more and more of. I know it's like only a few yards. It's, you know, kind of nerve-wracking knowing that you're only gaining a few and now you're down to 3rd and 4, but manageable 3rd and 4 rather than, you know, forcing the ball and just not even coming close. And here, that's a little bit of a late read by us, and that is going to be intercepted. Nothing to do with Trubisky there, just a really late read. And we have Hardman. We're going to try that. Oh, my! And another interception! Not the worst throw in the world. That's a very tough throw for anyone to make. That's way downfield. Just a little overthrown, though. Yeah, he did pretty good, but he still got beaten. Allen Robinson's still there for Chicago. It will be a 4th and 2. All right, of course, the end of the first quarter. It is a 10-3 game. And we see that now a lot of the backups are in now. So St. Louis, the rookie. Really no one open. Going to just throw this away on a rollout. Of course, false start. Couldn't get the guys set. And then once we finally were ready to go, a little bit of movement. Just a little bit. Here goes Kenyon Drake. Screen pass. And that is just disgusting. That is so bad by us. And we should have went to the tight end. And Robby takes the hit and gets the first. That is the thing with every quarterback that has come through here over the last several years is you pretty much have to be able to run because it just breaks down a lot with this offensive line, this scheme, and you just have to be, and that's just so bad. Cooper one-on-one on the outside. He just doesn't win. Here goes Cobbs. Pretty good throw. Cobbs to the 45. I really like this Cobbs guy. He's going to be something for us. Whether he's going to be a starting receiver, starting kick returner, you know he's going to be something for us. Bradford, I mean, I don't even know a whole lot about him, but I mean, I think he's kind of like the guy looking in right now. So unless he makes some crazy plays, you know, it's just like his style is similar to players we already have that are better than him. So it's a little unfortunate, but, you know, it's just the way it goes sometimes. And is that the backup tight end? It's a pretty good throw, and he just drops it. And the ball is all over it there. Like, it was just perfect, and he sold. Of course, we haven't run the ball too much or well, but we're still going to go with the play action, I think. Play action look. You had Cobbs, but look at Robby. Look at the speed of him. Of course, a little dangerous, not sliding at all, but doesn't get taken on there this time. 22-yard gain. You got to love the speed. Probably not open here, but let's just see what he can do. Let's see. You know, they have the outside covered pretty well, but... Oh, they weren't ready for it, though. Cobbs gets tackled. Wow, Graham has been really good for them. We're going to go slant just because they look like they're covering the run. And this is pretty well covered. And I'm surprised that wasn't grounding. Kind of hit us late there. We felt like we got the ball out in time, and they just still hit us. And there goes Cobbs. Holds on to the 1. That was kind of a weird tackle to the 2. Oh, my. That offensive line's kind of winning. Kenyon slips off one, gets to the 1. QB draw. They look like they're ready for it. Like, they don't even look like they're covering. I don't care. We're still going to do it. And Robby. Damn it. Down to the 2. This is some pretty good defense by the Bears here. Get it out there. Oh, we couldn't. The Bears with some really good defense on that. And it's going to lead to a field goal from Daniel Carlson. I don't even know why we're doing this. It's obviously the easiest kick in the world for him. Just didn't look open. And look at Cobbs off the line, and it's going to be swatted. We did jump a little early to that side, but the offensive line in general just sold. Like, keep him honest with Cooper downfield. And they're wide open, and there goes an inaccurate ball. That is a first down and missed. All right, it's been a while since McKenzie has gotten the start. Of course, changing numbers back to his original number, and oof. to the 25-yard line. Definitely a little bit of a worrisome out the gate. I know it's the Bears. The Bears just seem to be well coached on defense for running specifically. Good throw by McKenzie. A little overthrown, but we did lead him because we wanted him to run with it rather than, have to turn around. So, kind of an intended bad throw. And look at Kenyon Drake. That is what makes him so deadly. To be able to cut back like that and find that lane. Jacobs isn't cutting back that hard. It's just simply put, he's definitely more dependent on the blocks than anyone on this team. As there's a fumble, and that's what makes Drake not good. A lot of fumbling problems over the years for us. Right, one more drive for McKenzie, and then we'll just sim this thing out and see where we're at. And we're going to just take the hit there. Got to feel that pressure. Got to get that out sooner. Step up. But yeah, that's the big issue right now is that, our backup receivers are not winning. You can definitely tell that Cobbs kind of stands out from the bunch. And that is just a force. That is going to be picked off. That's unfortunate. Not going to count that against McKenzie at all. Don't tell me you guys are going to go to overtime. Oh, the Bears come away with the win right at the last second. Obviously, we're not going to feel too bad about that because when the starters were in, we're definitely winning the game. So maybe it just shows that our depth isn't as good. But yeah, overall, I felt good about the first team. The first team / second team. I know Trubisky had a couple of picks, but we were taking some shots and whatnot. So as far as pure accuracy goes, I think Trubisky still has the nod. But as pure playmaking goes, I think Robby probably wins that. So with it being kind of a close call and Robby being a rookie, I think Robby is going to get the start next week. But that doesn't mean that he's going to get the start for week 1. Obviously, Huntley didn't even end up playing, which it's not good for him. But at the same time, there's just so much talent on the team. What do you do? Honestly, you kind of debate trading Huntley off for like a 4th-round pick or something. But obviously, running just not a great performance for anyone on our team. Cobbs really impressed. He really did. Cooper's a great return man. Cooper was kind of the projected guy to get that wide receiver role. Maybe he still plays some snaps, but I'm thinking Cooper return man again, and Cobbs makes the starting lineup so far. I just don't see enough from Edwards. I really don't. Of course, Alex Ingold, the other superstar special teamer type guy. I know he's not really a special teamer, but you know what I mean. He has all day. So basically, he's one of the best blockers on the team already. And then Will Robbins gets the upgrade point, which puts him at, I think, 85 finesse now. Very talented player. Very talented, of course. We know he's superstar. So, I don't know. Maybe this team is good enough to make a run. Our team last year surprisingly was good enough. This team isn't, I wouldn't say that much better, but they are better. So, you got to like what we have. We have potential. And now we face against the Panthers, the other 0-1 preseason team here. Of course, the Chiefs are the ones to win. Why wouldn't they? Super tryhard. Back at home. There's no place like home. That's the song. That's the one. That's the famous song everyone knows of. Obviously, JJ Watt and Cleveland practicing against each other. That's weird to yep. What are you doing, step bro? It's a weird one, but of course that duo, man. Woo-wee! That is gonna be a combination. That is going to be a tough one. Honestly, if I was them, any team we play against, I would just get like a really big, 600-pound center or something and just have him widen out as much as possible. Even then, they're probably going to get just destroyed anyways. But Robby, obviously going to get the start in this one with most of the starters. I got to say most because Kenyon Drake's going to be the number 1 for him in this one, and Cobbs moves up 1 spot. So, basically the number 1s, but not, fully number 1. Obviously, Jacobs is your number 1, but Kenyon Drake is a very good running back, and it'd be very hard to put Jacobs in number 2, but man, I can't deny, outside of fumbling, Kenyon Drake is potentially the better player for us going forward. I don't know. Jake is the projected starter, but if Kenyon Drake makes some crazy plays here, you just don't know. It's impressive. And there goes McCaffrey, and there goes the pass rush again. Here, are we even ready for this? I don't know. Drop Abram back a little bit. And he's going to get sacked by Cleveland. This D-line, it's doing things. It's kind of like a 50-50. Cobb's not really going to get much of a chance to the 49-yard line. All right, Robby St. Louis, 89 throw power, 74 medium. Definitely a lot to get going, but gotta love the speed. That's the stat they should show. They should really just show how fast he is. It's the main reason why you would want him on your team starting. Play action out the gate. This is a tough one for a youngster to deal with. And over the middle, he has Edwards. Had a couple of guys there. Could have taken Waller, could have taken the out there, but I wanted to step into the middle, which obviously you step into the middle. The easiest throw to make is the throw to the middle, so we made that last-second call, and it worked out perfectly. Drake on the run on the inside. Going to get a couple of blocks, not much. Gains about 3. Drake again, this time on the trap play, the Jacob special. Let's see how Drake runs it. Well, I will say the block's not great there at all compared to what we're normally used to with the trap plays. And it's going to lead to a 3rd and 4. Now forcing the quarterback to go out there and clutch up for you. Definitely not what we're aiming for. And there goes the youngster. Can't get it out there as they come with the edge blitz with some DBs. Maybe could have stepped up there. Of course, they're telling us to kick the field goal. I'm not really sure why you would want to do that here. 4th and 4 from the 25-yard line. Getting ourselves in a little bit of trouble. That's a fast man. And dropped. But you got to give Robby some credit for getting that ball out there. If it wasn't Brian Burns, it's anyone but Brian Burns, he's getting out the edge. He's making that play, getting the first down. But Brian Burns, dude, he had him. I think it was the right call to just try to get that ball off. Unfortunately, it was Jacobs, who we didn't even want out there technically. Mullen, good tackle. We actually had really good coverage, just a really good catch, simply put. And it's going to be a run to the outside. Really good cutback. Oh, my. Oh, my. McCaffrey to the 25. That is insane. I love how we have 98, 97, 98, 99, and then Robbins at 50. So weird. And here goes JJ. Oh, my Lord. JJ just got the rookie a pick. JJ just got the rookie a pick 6. 2 of them now. JJ has caused 2 pick 6s in preseason. He's insane. Had to work through the double. I mean, not really the double, but he had 2 players. I mean, it's not a double team per se, but he had to work through 2 players. Really insane, and just, I mean, an absolute wobbler there. We're at 5 wide, 2nd and 10. I mean, we didn't even get to go out there. I think it was just an incomplete pass by the AI. And we're just, I mean, we got to throw that to Waller there. Looked to the slot, didn't see it. Looked to the drag, saw it, but thought we could have waited for the in cut from, I think it was Hardman. Couldn't. Should have just got rid of it to Waller right away. And that is a terrible throw. Under pressure again, man. Both offensive lines have kind of struggled. Defense gets a stop, and Robby's going to have one last try on the drive. Hasn't looked super great with the ones. Got to admit, as Kenyon Drake is looked about as good as you can. The blocks haven't been perfect, and he's turned a lot of nothing into something. Here's the play action look. It's Edwards on the inside, though, so I don't know how much success you're going to find on this. As Edwards actually pretty open, and that is a dime, but he drops it. You've got to be joking me. How do you drop that? You're so open and you drop it. That is crazy. Ooh, that is a tough one, and he drops it again. Edwards I don't know what's going on. All I'm seeing is Edwards doesn't seem like a trustworthy guy to me. 4th and 2 from the 27, and Kenyon Drake's fighting, but his own guys completely lock him up. What is this offensive performance? I don't even know what to tell you. Trubisky's turn this time, and he might have Waller, and he's hit as well. Holy crap, dude. Is this season already over? Like, it's only preseason, but is it already over? Let's run the ball. Looks open. Inside run, and it was very open as Jacob slips off of a Jeremy Chin tackle. Not bad. Pretty good stuff. And there goes Hardman, and that's going to be another throw out of sack situation. Oh, my God, Waller would have hit. You've got to be kidding me. This offensive line is dead. To the outside, and Kirkpatrick, the backup youngster safety, gets burned by Tommy Tremble, the starting tight end. He, came up short. And we're going to get taken down by Brian Burns. He is just killing us. Absolutely killing us. Leatherwood has been terrible today. All right, the youngster Chuck Rhodes is going against an in-the-zone Brian Burns. This could be nothing but good, of course. This is not looking good. And they almost picked that. Edwards was close, but not close enough. Ball just didn't get there in time, simply put. Hardman really has not done a whole lot for us here in preseason, though. And speaking of him, under pressure and accurate. This has been a preseason. All right, great start. 1st and 20. Huntley is now in. Absolutely stoked for him. And that is just not his fault. Inaccurate. Can't tell how inaccurate because they just bumped each other. The youngster and overthrown. I mean, who's the starter? The offense has been so bad. I don't know. A little bit of a wind up there, and that's almost picked off. Waller just has no separation. Obviously, they're ready to play the deep. All right, the 1s and 2s have been out there more than anyone so far. We have the 3rd string QB, but we're trying everyone out because, I mean, really, the number 1 and 2 quarterback just haven't been great. So, I mean, realistically, give everyone a shot, see what we're working with, but not really seeing much from Huntley either here. Here goes Lazard. Once again, the backup tight end, but he can play any role, really, so could be the X factor for this team. You never know. I mean, we're going to try to go to anyone that's going to be open, anyone that's going to make a play for us. And here goes Huntley, finding some room, tries to get outside, can't get it. Gains about 7, not bad. I mean, they basically were calling to us on that to go for that run. And Jacobs, nice little cutback. Gets absolutely stopped, though. Jacobs to the left. Gets a really good block from Nate Davis there. Of course, you have to remember there's a reason why we're improving here, and it's because we still have a lot of our kind of starting talent in while they have most of their backups in. Like, they have a guy named number 31 on the D-line right now for them. Like, what does that tell you? Of course, Cobb's to the outside, going to get some room, and gets taken down by Chin. Gain of about 9, though. Can he burn? He's not really open, but he's got some room, and he holds on. An absolute dot of a throw by Tyler Huntley. Cobb's not super open, but has enough separation there, and he just gets it. That is a perfect throw and a great catch. I mean, that is an amazing catch. Finally, something positive for the offense. 1st and 10 from the 20. Probably had a lot of different players there. There's Huntley, and that's going to be picked off. That's just a little overthrown. Just a little bit. Just a little overthrown. I think we're going to put some of these other quarterbacks in and just see what they're like against the backups. Just to compare them. I mean, that's literally like 50 yards missed by Huntley on 3rd down on top of it. Because I know all of these players are capable of making their throws, but I really didn't get a good look in the first half because their pass rush was just crushing us. And, of course, as we all know now, it's been a lot more tame because they have their backups in. So it looks really pathetic on us as a team, but as far as evaluating the talents, it's the best way to go, honestly. There's Trubisky, perfect throw to the backup. There you go, Ramsey. Ramsey probably feels a little disrespected. You know, he's probably thinking, hey, Foster's gone. I'm the new number 2. You know, you already have a wide receiver convert to tight end. Why do you need another one? But Lazard's just a bit better of a blocker, simply put, as Cooper is going to get a chance here. And we're going to take that chance. That's a pretty good throw. And that's right on the money. Did he not catch that? I'd throw the challenge flag here. I think he was in. No? That's a catch. Did he drop it? That's a catch. Give me that. Terrible refs. Lazard going to try to stretch the field a little bit here with him. There goes Cobbs wide open. Tries a cut move, can't really do it. To the 14-yard line. Cooper, another fast guy. That's probably a little sad that he's not getting the nod to the outside. Oh, my God, look at the speed of Cooper. He just walks right in. Oh, my, and speaking of that backup tight end, he is now injured. And then I think we're going to give Robby one more drive as well. And then it'll be McKenzie for the 4th, if there is much in the 4th anyways, as Jacobs tries to cut it. Can't really do it. And that's a pretty good throw. Cooper gets the first. Number 25, Troy Pride, got beat a little bit there. That's pretty good. There goes Lazard. Good throw. Stiff arm. Can't get it, but gets the first anyways. Then hands alone. That's Wingard, which I'll admit is not as, exciting as hands alone. He goes Cobbs. We're going to take that dive. Yeah, we're not going to take a hit. Even if we did want to, it wouldn't have gained it much anyways. Good little drive, I'm just saying. It's hard to tell who the best players are on this team. That's why I wanted to make one last little check before we counted that as a game. As Robby's going to take this to the outside, not pick up the block from the fullback, but doesn't fumble. That's the big thing. Doesn't fumble. Here we're going to go with the slant. We're kind of just setting this all up to the right here. And that's why you do it, as Cooper's going to get wide open. I don't know, dude. I love Cooper, too. This is a tough one, man. But regardless, we're going to go to the final game. And we're going to be 1-1. I mean, like I said, the Panthers, week 1, are our first team really good. Then we kind of sucked. This one, our first team was awful. Early game, we were some trash. But, of course, we turned that around and, we looked good. But, obviously, a bunch of backups going against. So, this quarterback battle, I can't even tell if, A, who should win the job, and B, will it matter? I mean, if our offensive line is going to play like that, I don't think it matters who our quarterback is. We're in some trouble, so maybe even look to trade for yet another lineman. I don't know, but obviously 3 for 8 for Trubisky, 3 for 8 for Huntley, 10 for 19 for Robby. Huntley was the only guy that didn't throw an interception, but outside of that one really great throw deep, he was pretty bad too. So, I mean, what do you honestly do? I just don't know. What about the receivers? So running game was a little bit better this week. Receiving Cobbs, once again, he showed up the most. But Cooper's been good too, so I don't know. I'm not really sure, but obviously our Fredericks wide receiver has very high potential. Really hasn't played as much as the other two anyways, so it's a tough call, but I don't know. One of those guys has to play return man. Simply put, they're just too talented not to. They're really fast too. I think Cooper. I think Cooper is going to be the return guy for us. He'll get in on the offense, but just not as much, obviously, as Cobbs. And we don't get a freaking camp breakout or anything like that. That's a little unfortunate. And for the upgrades, we have one for Gresham, who, once again, not very great. I mean, we have Will Robbins, who's not even a higher overall than him. Didn't even play all season, really, and still is better. Nice upgrade there, but I don't know, dude. I don't like it. And the Jaguars inquire about Mr. Huntley, and we trade him off for a 4th-round pick. He's a pretty solid player. It's just we don't have the room for him, and we have a lot of guys that are all kind of similar types. So it's really hard the way it is to just figure out who we should keep anyways. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's just the way the business goes. There's that man. Robby back out as the number 1 here today. Those 2 pass rushers who are going to have a monstrous, potentially historic season together. And yeah, I mean, those 2 quarterbacks right there, the primary targets for the starting job. Dwayne McKenzie's there, though. You never know. You just never know, but it'd take a lot. It would take Trubisky and Robby to throw like 3 interceptions each. And for Dwayne to just deliver every ball perfectly, I mean, I just don't see it happening. If the offense can just pick it up, get it together, this defense might be able to carry things here a little bit. And that's really good coverage again, and knocked out by Trayvon Mullen, and even Abram was there. Defense looking pretty good. Got to give it to him. The corners are a huge factor, though, without a doubt. We have some pretty good talent at cornerback. And obviously the pass rush is a very good unit, but once again, I'm worried about inconsistencies. Taken down by his own guy there, Cobbs was. And we're back out on offense with Mr. Robby St. Louis. 2nd and 5. Definitely getting more time to throw today. And there is a really good throw to Cobbs. I mean, even there, it's just, there was some reads to be made. Just didn't really trust the openings. They weren't that great. Here we obviously know there's a bit of a blitz, so we're going to try to bring everyone deep, except for 2 players. And that is really good pressure. It's like a massage. Good job by Robby to get there, but that's an insane play made by a DB. Nothing to do with, inaccuracies or anything like that. You got a little scared. I thought that guy was coming in free. I didn't think he was in a cell. I mean, realistically, this guy should have a walk-in. It should be a walk-in play. The other guy should have came in as well. Just kind of quick threw it over the quickest, shortest route, even though we obviously had Fredericks wide. Nothing to do with him, though, similar to a couple of Trubisky's early picks, which is why I still probably have Trubisky a little higher than Robby, especially since he knows the team a little bit more. He was on the squad last year, had a really good year for us, so yeah, maybe a little bias towards that as well. And there goes Cobbs again. Hit as he's throwing, can't get the ball there. How is the pressure there that quick with a blocking running back? Throw on the run, pretty good actually. Fredericks gains about 3, taken down by Bosa in coverage. I want to trust the line more, but there's just no reason to. It's unfortunate, but there's just really no reason to. So we find ourselves rolling out a lot with this team. And there we did have Jacobs, but I thought I was going to need to get away a little bit more to actually make the throw. Like best case, I throw it here, but that guy jumps it. And then here, if I try to throw this, it's going to be a sack for the animation. So I was hoping to get enough speed to be able to get moving so that I could throw it on the run rather than my guys stop and then just die. It really does suck that we've played against some pretty good pass rushing teams in preseason because it's very hard to evaluate how well we're playing with them just smoking us. And there has been a lot of plays where it's not necessarily just bad blocking. It just takes a while for our guys to get open. Like right there, that's pretty average timing, right? Might have actually had Waller there. And by might have, we absolutely did. I'm just respecting them too much. Like, it's Fred Warner in coverage. I'm like, he's got him covered, but he didn't. And under pressure, that's going to be intercepted. Yeah, the big factor so far has been receivers not getting open. And even though our guys have a lot of potential, and they're... there you go, Cleveland. And they're very fast. They are pretty raw, right? Like, Hardman's the only guy that isn't really that raw, and even he's like 79 short, 80 medium, 89 deep. But they usually have 2 players on him, so... There goes Crosby. He kind of gets locked up. There goes Crosby. Sacked again. Great coverage. And there goes Watt. Forcing it out. Okay, this is... These offensive lines have been not great in preseason, right? Nobody having success today as a quarterback. No one having success all preseason as a quarterback. And they're on the run. Didn't want to be. I wanted to set feet. Couldn't. Of course, a lot of the plays seem very similar. This playbook needs to be overhauled. I don't like it. And there goes a wide open Waller. Not a great run down the sideline, but first down. Outside Hardman. I kind of like that. Just going to go underneath to Fredericks. A little bit easier. Quick throw. And I wouldn't even say like, oh, that's what we need to do. Go to the quick throw more. I've tried. They've actually been really good in coverage in general. And here, almost picked because Jacobs goes upfield. Get behind your blockers, man. Come on. It's not that hard. Men. There's a wide open Waller. Going to get the first down. Couple of drag routes. I mean, they're dropping back. I mean, it's tough. They want to keep giving us the underneath. Got to be patient. Got to take it. 1st and 10 run right up the middle. And, yeah, that's Fred Warner just outrunning Kappa there. Yeah, Kappa has not been a great trade. Not at all. Or free agent, whatever we did. Whatever we did to get that man. Nate Davis, great decision. Kappa, not so much. No Kappa. And that is overthrown. Should have been picked. Got to get that throw there, buddy. And we're just going to be forced to throw in there. This has been a bad showing. All right, last drive before half. Let's try to go verts here. There goes the youngster. Fredericks gets out there for a huge gainer to the 39. It's not an easy throw, but, I mean, he's wide open. Just get it out there. It's pretty good. Can't ask for much more than that. Lazard on the inside. He's got him. He's got him. And he drops it. Good throw. 6'5" Lazard. You got to go up there and get that, man. Simply put. Go with the play action. Waller. Pretty open. But it's going to be overthrown either way, I think. But that is a bad play by Waller. He had that, and he doesn't go to where he had to go. I don't understand what he was doing there. I'm going to take off. Trubisky still fast. He's still fast. Gets out for a gain of 13. About to step up there, and Waller's going the wrong way. Waller's really going the wrong way. Tries to do a little bit too much, loses 3. His routes have been so bad. Go underneath the rookie, who once again runs the route a little too deep. I mean, he's got him open, and he just... I don't know what to tell you. This has been an abysmal preseason. I don't know if Daniel Carlson's looking for a significant pay raise, but if he is, head over to the quarterback's room after the game, and maybe we'll see. And now Waller's dropping it. Yo, what is happening here? I mean, that's just insane by Fred Warner. I can't believe he made that play. And there goes Waller. Nobody in sight. And a late hit out of bounds. This is a little debatable, but we'll take it. We can take it whenever we can. Of course, Dwayne McKenzie's here on this drive, so it'd be very... Oh, it's unnecessary... No, it was unnecessary roughness. I thought it was unnecessary roughness on the QB. I was about to say... But yeah, unless Dwayne does something insane, I don't know, dude. They were all bad. It's not like Dwayne was, great and the other two were trash. They were all bad. And did Waller really just fumble? Also, I don't feel like Eric Armstead's left foot was down. When do you consider it a recovery? His legs kind of shift weirdly. I don't know. Got a lot of in-cut routes. And we're going to get hit as we're throwing. Dwayne had a chance in the back of the end zone. Great hit by Cobbs there. Had a chance in the back of the end zone to hit Hardman, and we get insta-dead. What was the situation? Was it a blitz? It was a blitz. I didn't even see that. Yeah, this offensive line is a bunch of scrubs, dude. Don't get me wrong. There are a couple of backups in, but Kappa sucks. The center can only do so much, right? He gives a push to the guy. It goes over to Nate Davis, and then the center's kind of the first one to, I wouldn't say properly engage him, but, I mean, I guess Kappa can't really do anything. O'Brien needs to hop over there, and he just doesn't. Let's take a quick look at those game stats. 6 for 15, 2 for 6, 2 for 4. Who deserves it? I mean, really no one. Do we really just give Daniel Carlson a chance here? What is the story? It's a joke, but the way our guys have played, is it really? I don't know. For our final roster cuts, some of the older guys are going to be removed off the team. So Dan Chisena is going to be released. Unfortunate, but just don't have the room for him on the team. We're also going to be letting go of Mr. Tyree Cleveland from the roster. Mr. Allen Bennett will be taken off the team. We have a bunch of different guys. We have to move them around a little bit, but not really somebody that's going to be sticking around. Picked up Bruce Davidson off of a practice squad a couple weeks back, and he just really didn't show a whole lot in preseason, so he's going to be gone. And Sheriff Hightower, he's been a guy that, he came in last year, did some things. He was okay, but his tackling's a little bit too bad. He was beat in coverage a lot, and ultimately we have Leon Kirkpatrick now, and obviously Gillespie is going to be getting more time to play. And then the punter, Josh Core, he was all right last year, but ultimately we got a guy that's better, simply put. Not consistent enough from Core. Lafferty definitely is better, without a doubt. And we have our 53-man team. We know who the starters are going to be, but you will not know until the next episode of this franchise, which will be streaming later tonight on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And let me know in the comment section below who you think really disappointed or who surprisingly didn't disappoint. I really don't know what to think of these quarterbacks, but I think we have the starting roles. I feel like it makes a lot of sense with what we've done here with the roster. So we can always make trades. Not sure what positions exactly. Maybe linebacker, but everything else I think is all right. And that's about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, maybe leave a like, subscribe for new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays, and then twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams, like we said, later today. That's about it. Should be a video later tomorrow of our Dolphins franchise, I'd imagine, and then a rebuild on Thursday. So definitely keep up with all that if you don't mind. And yeah, hopefully come back for next video. But until next video, see